Donald Trump officially assumed the presidency of the United States last week, and this time he has the backing of CEOs from the wealthiest companies in the world. With that, the U.S. financial markets are once again in the spotlight. After all, the economic decisions of the Trump administration promise to drastically influence stock performance in sectors like technology, energy, and manufacturing. In this video, I'll analyze the 6 best stocks to buy in 2025, breaking down their competitive advantages under Donald Trump's new government. And by the end, you'll also discover which sectors of the U.S. market should be avoided over the next 4 years, which companies are ready to leverage deregulation to their advantage, and which ones might sink under the weight of unpredictable political decisions. Did you know that Elon Musk not only supports the Trump administration, but is also helping shape policies that could transform entire industries? Trump's first presidency was defined by significant deregulation, corporate tax cuts, and an almost patriotic focus on domestic production. Remember the trade tariffs and tax incentives for American companies? Well, we're about to experience an even more ambitious version of that economic playbook. Starting with number 1, Alphabet. Since its inception, Alphabet, the parent company of Google, has been a cornerstone in the technology sector, solidifying its position as one of the most influential companies in the world. In 2025, the company continues to lead advancements in artificial intelligence, digital advertising, and technological innovation, positioning itself to reap the benefits of a less regulated market under Donald Trump's administration. So why is Alphabet a strategic choice in 2025? Under Trump's administration, the push for deregulation in the tech sector has gained momentum, easing antitrust investigations and removing barriers for giants like Alphabet. This regulatory relief is a key advantage for the company, which faced significant scrutiny in 2022 and 2023. Now, with fewer threats of market restrictions or potential breakups, Alphabet is poised to capitalize on its dominant position. Furthermore, Trump has shown strong interest in protecting American companies from international regulations, particularly those imposed by the European Union. This advocacy creates a favorable environment for Alphabet to expand its global operations, without the high costs associated with complying with multiple regulatory standards. In terms of financial performance, Alphabet continues to shine. In the fiscal year 2024, the company reported $300 billion in net revenue, a 15% increase from the previous year. Earnings per share reached $10.75, reflecting operational efficiency and a strong recovery after facing regulatory challenges in recent years. In the artificial intelligence segment, Alphabet invested over $20 billion in 2024, cementing its leadership in machine learning technologies and advanced algorithms. The company's AI assistant, Google Bard, is now integrated into over 60% of mobile devices worldwide, outperforming competitors like ChatGPT and Alexa in both engagement and functionality. One of Alphabet's primary revenue drivers remains digital advertising, accounting for more than 80% of its total income. Google Ads, in particular, demonstrated resilience during economic uncertainty, generating $250 billion in 2024 with projected growth of 12% in 2025. The company has also diversified its revenue streams, including cloud services, Google Cloud, and hardware products, such as the Pixel. Google Cloud, for example, posted an annual growth rate of 40% in 2024, reaching $40 billion in revenue. With the expansion of its global data center infrastructure, Alphabet is well positioned to capture an even larger share of the cloud computing market, which is projected to reach $1 trillion by 2030. Investing in Alphabet in 2025 offers a unique combination of steady growth, financial stability, and technological innovation. With a market capitalization of $2 trillion, the company continues to provide attractive returns for long-term investors. Its current P/E, price to earnings, ratio stands at 25, a reasonable multiple for a company of its scale and projected growth. Alphabet also recently announced its first share buyback program since 2020, valued at $50 billion, further increasing its appeal to investors seeking capital appreciation. Remember, this video is not financial advice. It's just my opinion. Always consult a qualified professional to manage your investments. Second, Meta Platforms. In 2025, Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta Platforms, became an unexpected ally of Donald Trump, offering public support for the economic vision of the Republican administration. This strategic alignment not only reflects a calculated shift in Meta's political positioning, but also opens doors for growth opportunities in a less regulated environment. By adjusting content moderation policies and aligning with Republican rhetoric, Zuckerberg secured Meta's prominent position in a deregulated and technologically expansive landscape. The connection between Zuckerberg and Trump is built on mutual interests. For Trump, Meta serves as a powerful tool to influence public discourse and directly reach voters. For Zuckerberg, Trump's support results in reduced regulatory pressure, allowing the company to navigate freely in an environment that had previously been hostile to large digital platforms. Under this new administration, investigations into content moderation practices that could have impacted Meta have been suspended, while antitrust legislation has taken a less aggressive approach. This direct political backing has provided a solid foundation for Meta's continued expansion in critical markets, such as artificial intelligence and digital advertising. Meta's performance in 2025 reflects its resilience and adaptability. In the last fiscal year, the company reported $150 billion in revenue, a 20% increase from 2024. This growth was primarily driven by advancements in AI-powered advertising tools, such as Advantage Plus, which helped small and medium-sized businesses improve their campaigns with unprecedented precision. The virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR division, led by the Metaverse, also made significant progress. Although not yet profitable, this division saw a 40% increase in user engagement, with over 50 million MetaQuest devices sold globally. The company announced plans to expand its AR platforms into sectors like education and corporate training, reinforcing its long-term vision for the metaverse. Digital advertising remains Meta's flagship revenue driver, accounting for over 90% of its total income. Facebook and Instagram continue to dominate, with more than 4 billion combined active users. In 2025, the average cost per click, CPC, rose by 12%, fueled by the use of AI algorithms for more effective targeting. Additionally, WhatsApp Business, now integrated with digital payment systems, generates $10 billion in annual revenue, emerging as a new growth engine for the company. Why invest in Meta in 2025? Meta offers investors an appealing mix of growth, innovation, and political adaptability. With a PE ratio of 20, Meta is a competitive choice for conservative investors seeking long-term returns. The company has also launched a $30 billion share buyback program, reinforcing its commitment to shareholder value. 3. MPLXLP. Switching now to the energy sector, MPLX emerges as one of the most well-positioned companies to capitalize on this moment. Specialized in the transportation, storage, and distribution of oil and gas, MPLX is strategically aligned with Trump's political agenda, which prioritizes domestic energy exploration and deregulation of the energy sector. Since his first administration, Trump has emphasized the importance of U.S. energy independence, advancing policies that facilitate fossil fuel exploration and reduce environmental regulations. Now, with his second term, this focus has intensified. New permits for drilling and the expansion of energy infrastructure ensure a significant increase in the volume of oil and natural gas being transported across the country, a critical point for companies like MPLX. MPLX operates as a midstream company, essential to the energy ecosystem. It does not directly engage in extraction, which shields it from the volatility of commodity prices. Instead, MPLX generates revenue through transportation and storage fees, providing a more predictable and resilient cash flow. MPLX's numbers in 2025 are impressive, attracting both conservative and aggressive investors. The company's annual revenue rose by 18% compared to 2024, reaching $12 billion. Much of this growth was driven by an increase in transport volumes, a direct result of Trump's pro-drilling policies. Additionally, MPLX's dividend yield remains robust, currently at 7.5%, one of the highest in the sector. The company has increased its dividends for 12 consecutive quarters, demonstrating its ongoing commitment to delivering value to shareholders. To meet the growing demand, MPLX invested over $2 billion in expanding its pipeline network and storage facilities in 2024 and 2025. These investments include the construction of new terminals in Texas and Oklahoma, strategic areas for transporting crude oil and natural gas extracted from fields like the Permian Basin. This expansion also positions MPLX to capitalize on the rising exports of liquefied natural gas, LNG, a growing market driven by global demand for more accessible energy. Another positive factor is Trump's resistance to stricter environmental policies, such as those enacted by the previous administration. This creates a favorable environment for the expansion of fossil fuels, ensuring high transport volumes for midstream companies like MPLX. With a PE ratio of 15, The company offers an appealing cost-benefit ratio for conservative investors seeking security in uncertain times. Furthermore, its commitment to operational efficiency and consistent returns makes it one of the most solid choices in the energy sector. Under Trump's administration, MPLX is uniquely positioned to benefit from policies incentivizing domestic energy production. 4. Texas Pacific Land Corporation, a unique company in the American energy sector. Texas Pacific Land Corporation, TPL, stands apart from other energy firms. Unlike traditional companies involved in the extraction of oil or gas, TPL profits by owning vast tracts of land rich in mineral resources. The company earns royalties on all production carried out on its properties, making it a strategic player in the industry. Under Donald Trump's administration, with policies that heavily favor the exploration of fossil fuels, TPL is well positioned for sustainable growth and impressive profit margins. Why is TPL on the radar in 2025? TPL owns over 880,000 acres of land in West Texas, with a significant portion located in the Permian Basin, the heart of U.S. oil production. With the expansion of drilling and production incentivized by Trump's policies, these lands have become even more valuable. The administration has simplified the licensing process and reduced regulatory barriers, enabling TPL's partner companies to scale up their extraction operations. TPL's business model is highly appealing to conservative investors. The company operates with an extraordinary net margin of 60%, primarily due to its royalty-focused revenue structure. Unlike extraction companies, TPL does not face the risks associated with operational costs, making its cash flows more predictable and profitable. In 2024, TPL reported $800 million in revenue, a 15% increase compared to the previous year. Its profits also grew substantially, reaching $480 million. This robust performance reflects the increased oil production in the Permian Basin and the direct impact of Trump's pro-energy policies. Another significant aspect of TPL's appeal is its dividend distribution. The company paid $20 per share in dividends in 2024, marking a 25% increase from 2023. This generous dividend policy continues to attract investors seeking consistent returns. 5. Snap-on. Snap-on is a well-established name in the manufacturing and equipment industry in the United States. Known for producing hand tools, power tools, and automotive diagnostic systems, Snap-on is one of the key beneficiaries of Trump's protectionist policies and domestic production incentives. In 2025, the company continues to expand its presence in the U.S. market, capitalizing on trade tariffs and tax incentives that favor products made domestically. Donald Trump has always been a staunch advocate for American manufacturing, prioritizing companies that produce locally. During his administration, higher tariffs on imported goods, particularly tools and manufactured equipment, created a significant competitive advantage for companies like Snap-on. Additionally, the expansion of tax incentives for companies investing in domestic production has provided an extra boost to the company's profitability. A direct example of these policies' impact is the reduction in operating costs through corporate tax cuts. This allowed Snap-on to reinvest in its operations, expand existing factories, and introduce new product lines. The company also benefited from government contracts, especially for supplying specialized tools to sectors such as defense and infrastructure. In 2025, Snap-on reported $5.4 billion in revenue, a 12% increase compared to the previous year. Its operating profit reached $1.2 billion, reflecting robust margins and efficient cost management. The company also announced a 10% increase in dividends, cementing its position as an attractive option for investors seeking passive income. Another notable factor is Snap-on's continued focus on innovation. In 2024, the company invested over $200 million in research and development, launching tools integrated with IoT, Internet of Things technology. These connected products enhance operational efficiency for automotive workshops and other industries, a unique differentiator that has driven sales in high-value markets. Why invest in Snap-on in 2025? With a P/E ratio of 17 and a dividend yield of 2.5%, Snap-on offers an attractive valuation for those seeking a balance between capital appreciation and income generation. Moreover, its ability to innovate in products and expand its customer base reinforces its position as a leader in the tools and equipment sector. 6. Tesla. In 2025, the relationship between Donald Trump and Elon Musk has strengthened, positioning the Tesla CEO uniquely in the political and economic landscape of the United States. Musk, who was once considered a figure detached from traditional politics, has become a strategic ally, of the Trump administration, taking a prominent role in the Council for Innovation and Industry. This partnership has opened new horizons for Tesla, ensuring critical tax incentives and regulatory support for its technological ambitions. As an official advisor to Trump, Musk has directly influenced decisions related to infrastructure and regulation. Under his recommendations, policies were passed to simplify the licensing of solar energy and battery storage projects, fields where Tesla leads globally. Furthermore, Musk has championed the adoption of autonomous vehicle technologies, now a regulatory priority for the government. Tesla continues to impress the market with its financial performance. In 2025, the company posted record revenue of $120 billion, a 25% increase from the previous year. Tesla's operating profit margin reached 12%, reflecting efficient management and economies of scale in its production processes. Much of this success is due to increased production capacity at its U.S.-based factories, aligned with Trump's policies encouraging domestic manufacturing. Additionally, Tesla's affordable models, such as the Model 2, have helped expand its customer base in the American market. Beyond electric vehicles, Tesla has been expanding its operations in renewable energy and storage. In 2025, the company's energy division generated $10 billion in revenue, driven by the adoption of solar roofs and Powerwall battery systems. These technologies have gained significant traction, particularly in states like California and Texas, where state policies complement federal incentives. Another area of promising growth is the Tesla Semi, an electric truck redefining commercial transportation. With tax incentives for companies adopting low-emission vehicles, Tesla has attracted corporate clients like FedEx and Walmart, who now rely on the company's electric fleet. Why invest in Tesla in 2025? With a P/E ratio of 30, Tesla might seem expensive to some, but its projected growth in revenue and margins justifies the investment. Additionally, Tesla's diversification into renewable energy and autonomous technologies places it in a unique position to capture long-term trends in the global market. So, now that you understand which sectors have significant growth potential, which ones should you avoid in 2025? 1. Companies highly dependent on renewable energy subsidies. Trump's stance on clean energy has been, at best, ambivalent. Despite the growing global push for renewable energy sources, his administration has rolled back federal subsidies for solar and wind projects, prioritizing fossil fuels like oil, gas, and coal. This shift means smaller companies, particularly startups in the renewables sector, face significant challenges. For example, companies reliant on incentives from the Inflation Reduction Act, repealed in 2025, may struggle to compete without that financial support. These firms often operate on slim margins, and the removal of subsidies can threaten their viability, leaving them vulnerable in a competitive and politically influenced market. Second, sectors heavily exposed to international trade. With increased trade tariffs and a protectionist approach, companies that depend on exports to markets like China and the European Union are under pressure. Trump has doubled down on policies aimed at reducing trade deficits, but these measures often lead to economic retaliation from other nations. Agricultural manufacturers, for example, are especially vulnerable. Products like soybeans and corn, which are widely exported to China, are already facing retaliatory tariffs. This raises costs, reduces demand, and squeezes profit margins for companies in this space. Additionally, global supply chains reliant on exports or imports may experience disruptions and increased costs, making them less attractive to investors seeking stability. Third, companies with unsustainable growth. Another category to avoid includes companies that, despite benefiting from Trump's policies, have historically weak growth. Examples include traditional automakers like Ford and companies like U.S. Steel. While both have previously gained from tariffs and incentives, they continue to struggle with low margins, stagnant growth, and limited global competitiveness. Even with protectionist tariffs that could boost domestic sales, these companies have failed to deliver consistent results. For instance, Ford's focus on transitioning to electric vehicles has strained its resources, while U.S. Steel faces challenges in modernizing operations to compete globally. It's essential to evaluate whether the benefits of government policies genuinely translate into sustainable financial returns. Companies with limited innovation or a reliance on government support may not thrive long-term. While Trump's policies create opportunities, it's crucial to avoid sectors or assets whose survival depends solely on government decisions. Want to know the top growth ETFs for 2025? Watch the video popping up right now. Hit the like button if you found value in this video. Good investments.